Wagwan y'all, it's Dimz, and welcome back to another character skin showcase. In this case, we are doing Tuxedo Ranno. If you do find this video helpful, useful, or any of the sorts, be sure to support me as a creator by subscribing or making a one-time donation to my Ko-fi. It is the reason why I'm able to keep making skin content for Rivals of Aether 2. Now for Tuxedo Ranno. Tuxedo Ranno is a skin that was released before the 1.0 release of Rivals of Aether 2. It was going for $10. Tuxedo Ranno is a dapper skin and also a throwback skin to Tuxedo Ranno from Rivals of Aether 1. It is just Ranno inside of a suit, and instead of having his orbs or poison bubbles, he is surrounded by floating roses. This is a simple and casual skin for Ranno that just looks good, whether he's going out for an event and not on the town or anything. It just looks good. You can't go wrong with a suit sometimes. There's nothing too remarkable about the skin except for the dozens of roses that circles Ranno instead of his poison bubbles. Usually for simple casual skins like this, it doesn't really normally have visual effects. But the dozen of roses says otherwise, because they become his darts. So instead of just throwing a poison dart, he will throw you a rose. And it looks great. Very gentleman-like to be fighting like this and just throwing your opponent a rose. Show them that you really care about this sparring match. The rose effect does exist in other places. As you can see in his up strong, not only does it have the same normal effect, but also it does have a flourish of petals at the end of it. For his bubbles, it's just a red bubble, but it is a different tint of red. The tint of red is just closer to the rose. When he charges up the roses, he still turns it into orbs, but whenever it's fully charged, the rose starts to glow. And he shoots out 4 roses, just like he shoots out 4 darts. Showing the skin side by side with the default, you can just see that, yeah, it's just they put more clothes on him, he's more dapper, and they change the poison bubbles into the rose. But also they bisect the poison ring with just little segments in between the roses. I really like that small touch. And quickly looking for any differences within the taunts.
Gotta stretch it out first. Gotta stretch it out first.
Nope, it's all the same taunts. It's just, just little roses.
Gotta stretch it out first.
And here are all the color alts for Ranno's tuxedo skin in the pregame lobby. We have default, blue, red, and green. And here's how they all look in game. Once again, default, red, blue, and green. They all just look very spiffy. All the bow tie colors change with the color alts. His skin also changes with the color alts very slightly, as well as eye color. And you can also see that there's just tiny little different tints when it comes to the suits. You have a tint of green, a tint of blue, and you got some tint of red with some red accents. Honestly, for me, the make or break on the skin is the color of the roses, which I think the default will win in that aspect just for me, because I like the roses just being roses. All the other roses do look good in their different colors, but the red is just too clean for me. And here's how they all animate just in game, because Ranno can never just stop moving. Once again, if you did find this video helpful, whether it helped you make a decision on whether to buy the skin or whether not to, let me know in the comment section below. Like the video and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more skin showcases when it comes to Rivals of Aether 2. You all have a great one.